Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome. Excited to be here tonight. Be able to stream this wonderful, fun, exciting, super good game we all call Dungeon Hunter Champions. I appreciate you guys coming out, checking me out, enjoying the atmosphere, the ambiance, the mood, the other really cool words that means it's a pretty cool place to be. So, thanks. In short, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Today, kind of be more of the same, little really chill stream, just enjoying it. I'm really glad to be able to stream again. You guys just don't know. My wife even said, "Man, you're really distracted right now," and she's like, "It's probably because you can stream again." I've been complaining to her not being able to stream and being bummed about it. But we're back to the normal schedule. Things are good. Wasn't too much of a delay, so all's good. All's good. All's good. I hope you guys are having a great, phenomenal day, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in this great blue ball floating out in the universe called Earth. Because I know I sure am. Things are not perfect, but I'm alive. I'm able to stream. I have great, amazing, just terrific fans who come out, support my stream. So what more could I ask for? A new computer chair. Definitely. Definitely a new computer chair. Like, no doubts. But otherwise, other than that, I'm pretty pumped, pretty happy. So all good things come to those who wait, right? That's the saying, at least. So what are we going to do? We're going to talk a little bit about summons. I decided, because I saved all my summons from last week since I couldn't stream. I only summon when you guys can watch. I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, I'm not going to summon when you guys, can't sit here, watch the great pulls, get the excitement of when I think there's a delay and there's not really a delay and I get nothing, and then the instant disappointment. A lot of people seem to get a kick out of that. The infamous Sharma incident where I thought I was going to get a Sharma on oh, good grief. Let's see. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. So my son, sorry I got distracted. My son wanted me to check out the new... Did you buy it?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Wait, did you want the... Look at the glider again? So my son wanted to show me...
The glider is sick.
The new Overwatch. Oh my gosh. How much is that in
$5.
$5?
20.
Oh, that's $20 just for the glider?
I could buy it, but I'm just...
Dang, I was gonna say if it was like $10, I'd do it for you, but just for the glider, that glider is awesome though. That is pretty freaking awesome. That's a good outfit. That is sick. Sorry guys. All right, I'm back. My son loves showing me the outfits in Fortnite. I don't play, but there are some skins that I really appreciate. Like Leviathan is one of my favorites, and then Overwatch. Is that what it's called, son?
Huh? What?
Overwatch, the one that's the white ninja looking one?
Oh, Overtaker.
Overtaker, sorry. Overtaker, that one looks... Those are my two favorite, but now he's got this new one. What's it called?
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie, that looks sick. Like, if I played it, I would definitely have that skin and the glider mount that you could buy separately with it. It just looks amazing. It looks amazing. So anyway, back to summons. We have quite a few summons for Saturday. I'm going to say it a few times throughout the stream, though. Don't forget... Saturday's stream is going to be in the afternoon, likely 2 or 2:30 start, and it is going to be the normal 3 hours. I'm not going to shortchange you guys on that. And then, as usual, we'll do summons, but we got a lot. Like, we got so many summons to do from not having summoned Saturday. So I've really been doing since then is just like farming, leveling KC, deciding who's my next 6-star, which is some dark unit. Undetermined dark unit is pretty much the description for my next 6-star at the moment. I don't know who it's going to be. I'm confident it's going to be Baba Kruk. Like, I'm pretty confident. But Amethyst is looking good, too. Because Amethyst, I do use quite a few places. I have a team called It's Not Safe to Go Without Buffs. It's based off the old, Legend of Zelda. It's not safe to go out alone. But in this case, I actually have just like a ton of buffs that are on all my characters. It's really a fun build more than anything. It's not like, oh my goodness, man, buddy, you are freaking awesome. You're elite, man. Your help paying for that chair. Thank you, Mint. Thank you. That's all going towards the chair, man. There's nothing else that's getting spent for. So Mint gets us on the board with almost 10% of the cost of that. And he picks up 100 points. So thanks, Mint. I appreciate it. You are the man. Okay, so, like, summons should be good. Like I was saying, like, I'm super excited. No joke, guys. We might have 80 summons by the time Saturday rolls around. That will be the highest on stream. I think our previous high was like 72. I think. But we're going to have 80. I'm pretty sure we're going to be 80 or we're definitely going to have more than 72. We're going to count it up right now. Plus the events going on, and I'm farming hard. You may wonder why I am farming dragons. And why didn't Mint's special cool thing go off that says, hey, someone donated to you, let's make a big deal about it? That's not cool. OBS just had an update, and I'm wondering if it broke something. Oh, look at that. There's one right there. But-a-dang. So my wife's going to be happy. Like, I got my first donation towards my chair. Maybe what we can do, if we get pretty close by the time it ends, we can talk my wife into, letting me pay the difference. I mean, I get what she says. Don't think that my wife is, like, really controlled. Not at all. Not at all. What you don't see is we actually have discussions about things we want to buy, and we talk it over, like, based on what's going on at the time and say, hey, you think this is right? Should we be spending money on this? So, collectively, we decided it. But, we thought just for stream purposes it'd be kind of funny to play the whole typical wife said no thing. So, don't think she's like that. Not at all. Not at all.
No.
Not at all. But as soon as this is over, my reflex, as you saw, is to hit replay, right? So like instantly, I'm like replay. But we're gonna look at
That's the skin.
We're gonna look at the oh, good grief, the summons. I'm sorry, guys. Like my brain like kind of pooped out right there for some reason. So we're gonna look at the summons. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have very, very, very close to 80. Oh, man. Almost there. Like, every now and then, this would be a sub 1 minute kill. Every now and then. But I said that in my video. Like, it's a fun team to play with. I really like Casey, guys. If you have Casey and you want to build her but have been afraid because people say she's not that great, don't be afraid. She rocks. Alright. So, look at the summons. Like, I want to do it now, to be honest with you. I really, really, really so bad want to do it now. But, so we have 58 just in solid rare discs. Then we have 59 there. None here. Because I usually save the Blitz stuff all the way to... I haven't done one level of Blitz. So probably in like, maybe next week, because it'll be like the 27th, getting close to the end of the month. Next week, I'll just clear all 3 Blitz. And then we'll use that for the summon for the following Saturday. But, so we have 59 just right here, right? We hop over to this. Look at this. Look at all these shards. Look at all these shards. Oh my goodness. Look at all those shards. I'm like so excited. And then we're so close to 2 light dark. So I'm pretty sure. Like there's 20 plus the other that was on it. Yeah, we're definitely over 80. We're over 80 already. I don't think we're going to get to... no, I haven't. I'm not going to do the boosted summons until Saturday. No boosted. I didn't summon anything. I'm just talking about Saturday, how I'm a little excited. Jit. That's all. That's all. So all my summons happen on Saturday, which is my big stream. They happen. If you see my schedule, I probably should change it. But it's going to go back to normal. But for football season, so I can make sure, 1, I can go to my son's football games, and 2, I can go to my daughter's cheer. The streams are going to be at 2 or 2:30, and I usually stream at summon about an hour and 15 minutes into it. So summon should be Saturday at 3:45. Hey Val, look at chat how many 5s are going. Let me check it out. Water Ink Ninja, water. I don't see like tons. Oh, there's a few, but I mean, it doesn't seem crazy. It probably was crazy when they first came out. That or my chat's broken. Nope, there's. Oh no, that's not one. Okay. Oh, Nature Diva, water. Oh, Water Siege Tower. Yum 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 yum. I wouldn't mind Water Siege Tower. I bet it was crazy. Was it, Quad? Hey, Quad, you're new, so I noticed that. I want to say thank you for coming out to my stream and being a new guy and helping support me. It's greatly appreciated, my friend. Well, welcome to the stream, Quad. But yeah, I was just talking about my summons. I'm sorry if I confused you guys. I am not doing them until Saturday. Saturday, 3:45. Stream will start at 2 or 2:30. You know what? I will. After this stream, I will update my stream times for Saturday. And then once football season goes away, I'll change them to their normal. Because it is kind of confusing, right? That I have to keep telling you guys and reminding instead of just making sure all my times are updated. The thing is, all my YouTube videos, when I have a cut and paste for my description. So my YouTube videos, unfortunately, are still going to show the old times. But it's only for football season. Once my kids' football season's over, it's good. Oh, good, man. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I like seeing new faces, right? So that means I'm growing. It makes me excited. Betty. That's my guildmate right there. That is one cool cat. Baddest brother in DHC right there. Good old Batty. How you doing, Batty? So, that's what's going on with Val. I mean, lots of good DHC stuff. You can see our 6 stars here are getting good. As I explained before, like, look, I'm hurting for dark. Like, look at this. I only have 1 dark unit. Right? Dark and fire are really just, ugh. Like, I need more. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit up one of these 3 guys, 4 guys right here. I'm heavily leaning towards Baba Krupp. Man, I'm doing, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, X-Batty. Right now, kind of a rough patch in Val's life. But, dude, you see this smile? It's still here, baby. It's still here. I am freaking just gonna power through it, man. Shoot, you can't spend. I used to be kind of a sulk kind of guy when times got rough, but nah. Got better things to do, my friend. That was a great intro, by the way. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. If I had a Titantron for those that are like myself that used to be into wrestling, I'm not anymore. If I had a Titantron, I'd actually find a intro for you, Batty. So when you show up or say something in chat, it'd be like some kind of cool intro, like with maybe your character icon coming in. Check out chat again. All right. Let me check it out. Let's see what we got. Dude, my chat breaks a lot, dude. My chat breaks a lot. No, the Nature Blade Master was the last thing I saw. Oh, there we go. Let's get a little better.
It's so hard.
Water Ink Ninja, Greater. Oh, Nature Greater Demon. I would swap this guy, my dupe Alia, for that Nature Greater Demon. No questions. Like, I would just do it. No, I wouldn't. I would do it. Like, it wouldn't even be. I have to think about it. Be like instantly. Okay. Instantly.
What?
Water Ink Ninja. I actually want an Ink Ninja. Fire Archangel. Alright. Fire Archangel's good. Another Water Ink Ninja.
How did he...
Nice. I'm happy people are getting stuff, right? I'm hoping this makes us as a community happier, that everyone is chill now, that they're summoning their version of the Nats 5. No, X-Batty. No. Summons only on Saturday, my friend. So they're around for 7 days. So by the time Saturday rolls around, they'll still be here. I'll show you. It is just sitting in my inbox right here. Just sitting there. Just sitting there. We'll do it Saturday. Saturday for sure. No doubts. No doubts. No regrets either. Oh, hold on. Let's check the shop real quick. Alright, it's not refreshed. How long until it refreshes? Oh, no, it did refresh. Okay, we gotta buy it, obviously, right? Gotta buy legendaries. We can't let legendaries go, man. What's you just can't. Oh, look at that. Bam. We could, guys. We could hit. I mean, if I go hard today and finish out, I don't know, man. It's gonna be close. We might be able to pull off. 100. We might 100. Could you imagine that? 100 summons, and I'm not even counting the 6 summons in there, right? I forgot to count those. The last one is yours, and I missed it. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I apologize. Let me pull it up. Where is it? So you're the Fireblade Master? Wubzilla? Is that you? Dude, 100 would be awesome. I think I'm at counting the 6 that are paid for by Gameloft. I have 86. I could spend those 1,000 gems on a Preem, but I need them for refreshes, though. I'm going to be leveling a lot of stuff. So I'm debating. We'll see how close we get. No, the name is actually Dark Magician for him. I don't see yours here, Dark Magician. Oh, there you are. Oh, yeah, it was you. Okay. My bad, man. I'm sorry. I didn't notice, Dark. Props to you for the Water Ink Ninja, my friend. I bet you were happy. Honestly, guys, and this is going to sound like, you know, anticlimactic for me, but there is not too many, like, 5 stars that I could get where I'd be, like, super excited, minus a Greater Demon. Like, one of the Divas would be good, but it wouldn't blow my mind, right? Like, if I got Fire or Nature, it wouldn't, like, be like, oh my god, oh my god. Like, you know what? It would. I'd be happy, don't get me wrong. But I don't think I'd stop everything to build either one. I'd build them eventually. Like, I'm thinking, just Greater Demons. I don't care what Greater Demon, just a Greater Demon. I really don't. It could be whichever Greater Demon they want to give me. Oh, dude, me too. How long have I been talking about it on stream? Like, only for forever. I do want to do more than farm, even though I got 5 labors. Oh, snap. 5? Crazy. Crazy. Man, there's a lot I would like to say about that, but I can't, unfortunately. I shouldn't even have said that. But anyway, I really, really am glad you guys are happy, though. This, like, what you guys are seeing, honestly, is Gameloft's goal with trying to make sure they make us, the community, happy. Because I don't consider myself separate from it. Like, just because I'm an expert, the only thing that means is that sometimes they ask me questions. That's literally all that means. 3 pistons. Pistons? Do you mean scions? 3 scions and 1 snake? 1 basilisk, and then that. Okay. Nice. Nice. Oh, ink. Ink. When you said ink, I thought you meant you were going to summon again, but it's supposed to be ink. I got it. Yeah. I got it. The C threw me off. I was like, oh, is he going to summon again? But yeah, I'm glad you guys are happy. I really am. I really, really am. How you guys feeling about the event? You guys going hard, trying to get those tutor outfits? Let me tell you, I'm definitely getting the dark one. Like, the fact that that's such a cool skin is really making me want to 6-star dodgy versus 6-star. Oh yeah, I'm an expert, yes sir. And I'm not. I didn't say that to like try to broadcast it or use it to my advantage. I just say it because sometimes you might hear people in Discord, for whatever reason, I don't know why people are upset I am a expert, but they are. So I don't know why. Oh, Trig, you're in our guild? Are you, dude? That's awesome. So, guys, I'm debating. I mean, are you guys okay if I farm, or do you want me to do some co-op and stuff? Because I do want to do co-op, but I also want to see if I can get us to 100 summons. And Mint, dude, like, seriously, thanks for the dono, and I don't know why it didn't do the crazy cool thing for when people donate. Like of all the people it didn't do that for, it didn't do it for my brother. Like, that hurts me. It really does. And I don't know if it's just because, like, it doesn't even show you on my, oh, there it goes. Okay, it shows you there. I'm really mad about that, dude. You didn't get your cool thing. You didn't get your cool thing. And I want you to get your cool thing.
No. Here. Now give me life bullets, please. 7.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm so
I
sorry.
have 37 in total, but I only have 7.
But do you guys mind if I farm, or you want me to see you do some co-op? And you want to, or you know what? Here's a better question. You guys running one co-op with me? I'm feeling some co-op. But if you guys don't want to run it, I'm just gonna farm for the event, and then to see if we can get to 100 summons for Saturday. Hey, there is my second favorite redhead female in the whole world, Miss Sassy, a redhead.
I did it.
I hope you don't read the note said. I didn't see a note because it didn't pop up, right? Because it didn't do the pop-up, so I didn't see the note. But now that you said it, I'm actually going to read the note. So, because you said it, I'm going to see what it said. Where can I go? Here it is. Oh, snap.
What?
Oh, snap. I read the note. All right. Why you got to do this to me, Mint? Why you got to do this to me? Oh, man. All right. Son, I want you to actually come into the, when you can, come into the picture after your match and tell Mint, my friend, thank you. Okay?
What?
He just paid for your glider.
He did?
He just paid for your glider. Yeah. I didn't read the note because it didn't pop up. So he said I can use it for my chair, which, you know, I need a new chair. But
Yeah.
I can't shortchange my son. My son's got to get his glider. So there you go. So when you can, go tell him thank you.
I'm ready.
All right. Can you? So let me see, make sure you can see yourself that you're in the picture. Let me switch. All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So go ahead and buy it.
Okay.
You know the card number to use.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, man.
I
I
got
couldn't. I mean,
nervous.
when you put that, I'm always gonna put the kid first, man. The chair can survive a little longer, $20 longer. So thank you. My son is super happy about it. I don't know if you've seen it, but the glider looks pretty sick, dude. It looks really sick. All right. You're just here for a pretty face, homie. Oh, you think I got a pretty face? Golly, thanks. I know it is quite incredible, if I do say so myself. The profile. Thank you. Mhm.
Yeah, totally.
It is an amazing face. I mean, sometimes I wake up and I'm like shaving, and I'm just like, damn, he is sexy on the other side of that mirror. I just have to look at him and marvel at this. I mean, I get to look like this all the time, so it feels good. Feels super good. Feels good.
I can't get the door to
I suddenly like you. Man, honestly, I so like my community. You
Yeah.
guys are freaking awesome. Yeah.
Someone's at the door.
Oh, someone's. All right, hold on, guys. I gotta check the door. I'll be right back. My son's playing, so he can't do it.
Yeah, I have bandages on me.
Hey, Dad. Here for a shower?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
Oh, you scared the crap out of me. Oh my gosh.
All right, guys. So I'm looking at DHC, and it is gonna crash because it is lagging really bad and doing stuttering. So we're gonna preemptively close it. So give me a second here, because I could tell by the way it's stuttering that it's gonna crash. So just give me a sec. I restarted it. It's been doing that, like, and they haven't pushed the update, at least that I'm aware, for Windows. I didn't see one in the Microsoft store, but recently it's just been, it'll start stuttering really bad and it'll just crash. Now, I think I did an NVIDIA update, because I noticed when it does that, like the background, so the background will go black completely, but like all the icons like missions, champions, and summon, all that, they'll still be clearly visible on top of the black. And then about 20 seconds after that, it'll crash. But it'll do the stuttering first, where it'll just like stutter, and poop. Can I see Battle Report? Want to see Dark Ranger potential? Yeah, man, of course. Also, because this part's a little self-promotion on my part, I do have a YouTube channel, and the bot will spit it out eventually. But you can go there, and I do have a review on her where I show both the battle report and my video yesterday. I showed both my SW10 and my ED10 speed teams with the battle report. So I am going to show you here, though. I'm not saying that like, go read it there. You know, I'm not saying that like that. I'm just promoting my YouTube channel, you know. Get some of you guys to go over there, hit that subscribe button. You know, little shameless self-promotion. That one I'll give you. I was dropping hints on that one. I was dropping hints. I don't typically do that, though. I don't turn my stream into a advertisement for other things I do. Don't forget to get your thing.
I am.
Okay. Yeah. And what you have to... So, there's a few notes on Casey. I'm glad you said Casey. So, I do have a YouTube viewer who hits me up on Discord a lot, and we talk strats, we talk theory crafting. I'm going to throw his name out there. It's Donald Dump. He is a great guy. He does comment a lot on my YouTube videos, so you can like watch videos. You can actually see kind of how he thinks. I really like him because he's a numbers guy, right? So if I'm working on a build, he'll actually say, well, I don't know if this is going to work. He'll do the math. I hate math. I'm not a math guy. His math doesn't always change what I'm going to do because a lot of things I do, you'll hear me say this, you have to play how you enjoy it, right? This was a terrible run. You have to play how you enjoy it. And so I'll do things not because it's optimal, but either because I like big numbers. Oh, I love crits. Like, regardless if a crit build is the best, I just love seeing like 30K, 25K pop up, right? I mean, because I like it. Is it the most efficient or the fastest? Hell no. But to this guy, it's super fun, man. I give a crap if it's the fastest or not. If I see a 30K crit, I'm like, oh, snap. And that's what I think. That's honestly what's going on in my head. But here you go. As you can see on this one, even though this was a terrible run at 1 minute 27 seconds, she was doing the work. She was doing the work. And of course, Monis, because this is full YOLO, right? The good thing about this team, right, is even if they don't pre-flight it, they'll usually always finish it. It came up again?
Yeah, watch. I did it the first time and it worked fine. Yep.
Okay. Hold on, guys. It wants me to... I gotta do something for my kid real quick on PS4. I got to do this for him. But yeah, that's the report. Like, honestly... Casey is the bee's knees. I'm going to be straight up with you, dudes. No, don't get me wrong. There are other similar units who could do it, but they won't have the DPS output. Like, I was theory crafting with Smitty, who's one of my mods. And he was looking at one of the Tiki Warriors, because the Tiki Warriors actually have haste and I think a defense buff on like skill 2 or 3. So, I mean, she could work if you wanted a more defensive team, but obviously she wouldn't consider the same amount of damage. For damage, I'm pretty sure that Casey is the better haste option. Some people would say it would be a Rhoda, and Rhoda's good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think Rhoda will put out the same damage as Casey. I could be wrong though. Here's the thing. I don't have... Okay, I have a Rhoda, but I never built her. I just didn't. Oh, that's why. Okay. I see why. Hold on a second, baby boy. Yep, that's all still right. Yeah, so... What? Okay. Hold on, guys. I apologize. My credit card expired, and I forgot to change everywhere, so when my son went to buy it, even though it doesn't expire until the end of the month, the PlayStation Store is making him change it. That should be right. If not, you'll need to go get... Okay, hey, could you, son?
Yeah.
Goats in my room. Oh wait, actually no. I think these are the pants I wore today. I'm sorry, guys. Like, ask me a question and I'll answer it. All right. No, they're not in my pants. All right. Can I do it after the stream?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because I know that's the right number. Maybe I'm missing a digit. Anyway, so I'm a really big fan of Casey. One, she's element neutral, right? You ain't got to worry about any getting bonus damage shenanigans on it or anything like that. Two, I like the whole Ranger motif. Three, this is a more practical reason. Her skill 2, which is the AoE OGD. Oh no, her skill 1. I'm sorry, which is the AoE OGD. Just helps keep OGD stacks up because she's not going to reapply it if she already has her own stack up there. But if she doesn't, you know, she'll throw it up there and help refresh it. So because this is a heavy OGD pre-flight team, some people say you can do pre-flight without OGD. I tried, and I didn't really get that close. I'll be honest. Maybe my direct DPS units suck. I mean, I'm definitely not vain enough to think it's possible, like, they don't suck, but they could be. But the only way I could do this was with OGD. I couldn't make it happen any other way. There we go. There's a sub 1 minute. Now, if you've watched my videos, why I call that a sub 1 minute, because he died at 59 seconds, but the death animation takes 4 seconds. So, I don't care what anybody says. That's a sub 1 minute right there. Because he actually was dead under a minute. He was pushing up daisies. You're having trouble with 100% pre-flight with DPS heavy? Yeah, dude, I tried. I legitimately tried to go in and do like pure DPS to see if I could burn it down, and I just couldn't do it. Oh my goodness. Someone though, oh my goodness. So see, this is making me think I suck. But, so someone just, I don't know if they want me broadcasting their business, but someone just showed me a pre-flight team that is direct damage with 2 Blade Masters, and it's 42 seconds. You can't? Alright, so Mint showed me, like, it's pretty crazy. That is a crazy team. But you have a speed booster too, because you have Rhoda. And that's really, I'm sure, what she's contributing to there. And cooldown reduction, because she has cooldown reduction as well. So that's something, you know what? That's something that could put Rhoda better than Casey, is I forgot Rhoda has cooldown reduction. Now, cooldown reduction in speed teams is super important. I'll tell you why. Because if you look at, let me show you this. Like, if you look at my SW10 speed team, which is, again, under, not as fast as 42 seconds. Let me tell you that. That's just redonkulous, my friend. But if you look at this team right here, this team absolutely does not work with Kiva as a stripper. It does not. It is not a speed team, and the reason why is because of the cooldown reduction from Xenia. So I imagine the cooldown reduction from whatchamacallit is really good. No, I know it was from ED10. I was just more of the point. You reminded me, looking at your ED10 team, that Rhoda has cooldown reduction. And I was saying it's important to have it because the reason why, only reason I have Xenia in here, yes, she can strip, but there's better strippers, right, that won't miss like she will. But the reason why I have to have her is because this isn't a speed team for me, at least, unless I have her just because of cooldown reduction. So my thought was, in my ED10 team, maybe I should stop being lazy and build a Rhoda. Maybe I should. But I really like Casey, and she serves the point. The reason why I don't have a Rhoda, even though I recognize that she's an amazing unit, is that back in the day, she was broken. Her whirlwind, that thing did, like, was only supposed to do, like, 2 or 1.5 times damage, but it was doing, like, 50 times damage. So, Arena back in the day was everyone had whatever and a Rhoda. And basically, as soon as the Rhoda cast Whirlwind, your whole team was dead. I mean, that's just how early PvP went. You didn't have a Rhoda, then you were screwed. If someone had a Rhoda on their defense, you were screwed. I mean, that's just early PvP DAC right there. I wasn't there from the beginning. I was there from the second week, like a week and a half into it. I think I watched Island, It was either Island or Claytano, and I decided I'd give the game a try. And I haven't looked back since. I even became a content creator of myself. Like, I never did this kind of thing before here. This is all because I play DHC, right? Sean, in the very first stream, said, hey, you know, if you've been thinking about being a content creator, or, you know, you want to get over your fear by jumping into it, so maybe you have a fear of being in front of people or a fear of talking. He's like, you know, and you want to try it, do it, right? And so I took it to heart because I'd been wanting to do it. I've been talking to my kids about doing it. And I just decided, what the HE double hockey sticks? Let's just do it. So that is how Val became a streamer. That's the story, my origin story. It's not as awesome. Like, I wasn't bitten by a radioactive streamer. Like, Jew Bagel didn't show up to my house after being contaminated in a nuclear explosion, bite me, and it gave me super streaming powers. I wasn't dropped in a vat of funny acid that contained a link to a YouTube channel that had a stream video in it, thus by transferring the power through nuclear cellular regeneration into my blood. So, I mean, it wasn't any kind of cool origin story like that. It was basically like me going, I could do this. And then I just started doing it. Like, I was linking all, like, just this morning, I was linking all of my champion reviews. I'm still going through them to DHC builds because so what did you, I didn't do boosted summons King B. I am doing those on Saturday, my friend. They will be pulled Saturday about 3:45, 4 o'clock. The stream will actually start at about 2 or 2:30. And then, no, 3:45, yeah. 3:45 is probably when I'll pull them. Because the stream's going to be 2 or 2:30. Just about an hour and a half, an hour, 10 minutes into the Saturday stream is when I do summons. I only summon on Saturdays and only on stream. If we're lucky, we should have 100 summons for Saturday. And that's counting the 6 that we're going to... Oh, wow, we didn't pre-flight. I told you guys, this happens sometimes. No, we did. We did. It does happen. Like, uncommonly, but it does happen.
Are there 2 sharks at the end? Are there 2 sharks at the end?
So, I got nada. I got him sitting in my box, King B. I got some cool icons that says, like, Gameville on them that I can use to summon, but I haven't turned those into actual units. And just again, thank you all for coming out. If you're a first timer, you like me, hit that follow button. Hit the notification button so it could be like, you know what? This cat is super, super cool. I cannot get enough of him. I desperately need a biological, physical need to see him as soon as he starts streaming. If you feel that way, and I'm sure you do because, one, you're still here watching this overpowering, drop-dead, stream, beautiful face made for radio. You see what I did there? Face made for radio, guys. So do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it.
Here's some shotgun ammo.
But anyway, yeah, that's how I became a streamer. And that's when summons are. And no, I haven't got anything. So I'm hoping, if you want to know what I'm hoping for, King B, I am so hoping for GD. Any GD. If I get a GD, I'll give everyone in stream 75 cassette tapes. Whoever's there. But you got to be there. 75 cassette tapes will go out if I pull any GD. I don't care. If I pull a dark or light GD, I'll give 200 cassette tapes to everyone. Because I'm going to have, I should have, depending on store refreshes. Why does it have flat attack? This isn't good. I mean, it's got attack speed. I'm on the fence about this one. Because with my luck, all 3 are going to roll into flat attack. And I really want them to roll into attack speed. But then you're giving up other stats, right? What's the 4th stat going to be? Like defense? Defense percent would be okay. What would be worse? Move speed? Like, I'm on the wall. Should I keep this or not? I'll keep it. I'll keep it. If one roll goes into anything else other than attack speed, though, I'm gonna ditch it. I'm going to ditch it. But anyway, I mean, any GD. Just like any GD. Like, I want one so bad. So bad. I wanted one ever since I saw a streamer with one. I liked the art back then. I was so new. I didn't know they were actually good. I was just like, this is some sick art, and I really like it because it reminded me of the one from Warlords of Draenor from World of Warcraft. They kill this giant Balrog looking demon that looks exactly like the greater demons do. So I always thought it'd be cool to have my own pet one of those. So I was like, that's the only reason I wanted. I had no idea it was good. It just looked cool. It just looked cool. I'm not one of those people where, like, I'll use a unit just because it looked cool. Okay, I'm lying. I am one of those people that will use it just because it looks cool. But at least I'll make sure it's somewhat relevant to the team that it's in. Like, I won't blindly do it if it's a terrible unit. Like, it has to work with what I'm trying to accomplish for me to do it. Like, the one I want to do it to so bad. I want to do it to. The one I would like to use so bad is the Spearmen. I think the Spearmen look cool. Oh! Speaking of Spearmen, guys, we got a decision to make. After this, because I didn't mean to pick replay. I think I have enough to get 2 outfits. Not the super fancy ones, unfortunately. Because other super fancy ones, I don't know which one I want. I use Monis in a lot of my groups, so I'm leaning heavily towards getting Monis. But the Archangel ones looks dope. Like, they look straight. The Archangel ones look straight dope. And the trash can looks straight dope. I don't even have a trash can, but I want to build the water trash can so bad. Just because, in my opinion, the water trash can, you can disagree. I mean, the Tudor looks good. So it's a toss-up between the Tudor now and the water trash can. But in my opinion, the water trash can is the best looking. Any of the trash cans are the best looking outfits in-game currently, hands down, no question asked. Even more so than Archangels. Even more so than Archangels. I 100% stand by that. Like, they just look lit. They look so freaking good. Like, I'll show you. But we need to decide which ones we're going to buy. So I think I have enough for 2. I think I have 20K with the 10K they gave us today. I think I have 20K outfit tokens. Not Exalted. If I had 20K Exalted tokens, I'd be so freaking excited. What is water trash can? Sentinel. I call them trash cans. Water Sentinel. I'm sorry, sir. Not everyone speaks Val. I apologize. That's on me. I'll show you. So you can see it. Because I'm all gushing all over them like how fly and dope they are. Alright. Check it out. Champs. Collection. Outfits. Water trash can. Look at that thing. That looks sick. That looks sick. Like, look at that. That looks so freaking awesome. Like that, I think that just, I mean, there's like, they got the whole retro thing going here. Then the chainsaw, how it's all lit up and everything. That just looks, I'm sorry, they all look really good. This one looks, oh, look at that. Look at, like, this, if I remember correctly, this thing is garbage. The actual light one of this is total garbage. It looks terrible. Like, the abilities on it are stupid. But just to have, that thing looks awesome. They all look really awesome. Yeah, this is what I call the garbage can. It's Sentinels. But the Tudor does look dope. This is what my Dodgy's gonna look like. Like, I so want a 6-star her just because of this. But I don't know what to get, because again, we only have 20K. I don't like the lesser Xenia outfit. I don't feel like it's different enough. Oh, he did? Yeah, I honestly, I've been wanting, I actually have a trash can locked. I have one locked, but I haven't 6-starred it. Like, I want to buy this, but this is ugly, guys. She's my favorite unit in-game, but they look so ugly. I really don't like it. So I don't know. I could get monuments. I think his are only 10K. Yeah, they are. Like, monuments look decent, but I don't use monument. I have him at 5-star. Like, there's really... I don't use him either. He's only at 4-star. This looks pretty cool, and I do use her. But not a lot. Sigruns makes no sense to me. This says medic Sigrun, but she's not a medic. Like, I don't get that. I hate the 6-star monument. I know he's good. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not. I have this thing. You can say it's weird or not, but it's where, like, I don't like using kind of the same thing everyone else uses. I've been this way since I was a kid, right? Like, if it's like the mainstream thing, it won't be necessarily that I dislike it. It's just I want to use something else just to show that I can do the same things and be just as effective as someone who uses the, you know, the cookie cutter, so to speak, right? So that's why I don't want to build them, and that's why I don't want to use them. It may be silly, but it's honestly how I feel. Like, it's legit how I feel. I gotta figure out, though, why stream elements, like, once this is all over. Oh, did you guys want to do co-op? Is anyone up for co-op, by the way? Fire DG is OP. I don't know if OP is the word I'd use. I would say Fire DG is good. I would say that. No, it's definitely not that hard. Like, look, I use Casey. How many people use Casey? Not a lot of people use Casey. I use Baba Kruk. Not a lot of people use Baba Kruk back in the day. Like, I use a lot of non-popular. I use Abigail, and everyone and their grandma used to say how garbage Abigail is. She's not worth the time. Blah, 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 blah. Abigail is dope. Like, you bring Abigail to Blitz, she's going to get the job done. You bring Abigail to PvP, Abigail is going to get the job done. So, like, I mean, like, I have a history in DHC of going and building units that other people won't use, or they heard through the grapevine this unit's garbage, but they never built, tested, or used it themselves. So, or they just, you know, they've heard it, so they parroted it. So someone will say, Zeveron's garbage, and someone else will say, yeah, Zeveron's garbage. Yeah, he's total junk. And then someone else will say, Zeveron's garbage. And before you know it, no one's actually tested or using him, and he's actually freaking awesome. Like, they finally will say that to someone who knows what's up, and that person will be like, no, Zeveron's pretty awesome. You don't know what you're talking about. I would never say that to someone like that, although I'm tempted. I'd be like, well, you're either misinformed or you haven't tested it yourself. Would probably be how I word it. I'm not very, like, I don't mind confrontation. I just don't see the point in pissing in someone else's Kool-Aid for no reason, right? It takes a lot for me to want to be purposely confrontational with someone. Even when they're being a total douchebag to me, it still takes a lot. It's like, I'm not just going to be like a douche just to be a douche. Maybe that's just my age, right? Maybe I'm just old. And I don't have that fight in me anymore. It's just life has worn it out. So I'm much more like chill. It's like, yeah, whatever. Hey, that's just, maybe that could be it too. That could be it too. Alright, no one wants to do co-op, but I want to get the daily done.
Go get Haley.
So let me hop in there. I'm going to do some co-op. Some cooperation. Just a quick one, just to get the daily done. Hey, another disc. No, I'll do it off stream. I'll do it off stream. I don't know if you guys want to watch me. I don't know what you guys want to watch. Whatever you guys want to watch. Just tell me. You guys direct me, and I'll just follow you. You guys be like, Val, man, we just want you to be like chill, man. Just have fun. Do what you want to do, Val. Just be you. And I'll be like, yeah. I don't know why I said that like a late 90s stoner. I have no idea. I don't know why that came out like that, but I guess that was just what's in my heart. That's how I pictured the whole thing going, that we were all baked out of our minds, and you guys were just encouraging me to be me. Not a bad image, right? I guess unless you're against getting baked. I mean, I don't judge. You get baked, man. It's an herb. It's natural. I don't judge.
It's okay.
People
it's
drink.
Okay. More XP.
I view getting baked as the same way I view someone drinking. Now, if you're doing black tar heroin, then I don't know, man. Then I might like pull you aside one day after stream. So, black tar heroin, huh? I mean, I guess if you're gonna go big, right? You're gonna do drugs, might as well go to the best, I guess. There's funny. There was when I first played World of Warcraft. Now you're gonna be like, how the hell did Val get to black tar heroin to World of Warcraft? How did he make that connection? So I'm gonna give you an insight into my mind, right? So if I forget that I'm supposed to make the connection to tell you how I went from from black tar heroin to WoW, remind me. So I was playing WoW, and early days of WoW. This is before Burning Crusade. There was a PvP map called Arathi Basin, or was it Hillsbrad Foothills? There's one of the two. But basically, there was a stable, there was a blacksmith, there was a farm, there was lumberyard, and there was another. You capture these, and they generated points for you, right? So stables was the first one, and I was Alliance. I've always been Alliance for life here.
I just got.
And what would happen is the Horde was smart. The Horde would camp out at stables because when Alliance spawned, like stables is the first thing you saw. You could ride past it, but it literally was right in front of our spawn point. So when it spawned, everyone would attack stables. Like they do this trickle in thing. Like one or two people would go in, right? And they would just get popped because they would just like, it would just be like the steady stream onesie twosies, and you got like 9 Horde and one in the back that's going around capping all the ones. Why? All the alliances there, literally one at a time, trying to beat 9 people, right? Stupidest thing you've ever seen. I mean, but this is honest to God what happened early WoW. So I would be there and be like, guys, ride past stables, stay mounted up, go to lumberyard, go to farm, go anywhere, but don't go to stables. No one would ever do it, right? So one day I'm playing I think it was Arathi Basin. It could be Hillsbrad Foothills. And I'm playing it, and I'm like frustrated, right? Because no one wants to stop. I'm like, okay, if we want stables, let's all mount up together, ride in together, kill them, and let's take other capture points. No one ever did it. No one ever listened. So anyway, this is one day. It's one of those days. I'm super frustrated. Alliance is doing it. Horde's just raking in the points. And I see one of the best guild names ever. And the guild name was, At Least We Cap Stables. Because that's what they call it, capturing. They call it cap. And that was the guild name. So, why Black Tar Heroin made me think of that is because of guilds. So, later in my WoW life, I think it's about... I played WoW for a long time. I skipped Mists of Pandaria because I had quit WoW. And then I came back for Warlords of Draenor. But before Mists of Pandaria, when Cataclysm was a big thing... So I'm in WoW, and I'm doing my adventure thing. This wasn't PvP related. We needed to bring in someone for our raid because we were 1 healer down, and we couldn't 2 heal what we were doing. So we needed a 3rd healer. So we pick up the 3rd healer, and I just start busting up because the guild name for the third healer was Rehab is for Quitters. I mean, if you think about it. He's not wrong, right? He's not wrong. Technically, rehab is for quitters. But it was just like the funniest thing. So thinking about Black Tar Heroin and trying to get people to quit made me think about guild names, which made me think about WoW and those funny instances. So now you see how my randomness works, right? It's not always random. There are trigger things that are said. It's just I've never taken the time to tell you guys how I go from one thing to this other thing that appears to be completely unrelated. But it's just because my mind makes a connection, just like there with the Black Tar Heroin and trying to convince you guys to quit, right? Makes me think of WoW, which makes me think of guild names. So there you go. There's an insight into why these sidetrack things happen so often. Because I'm 42, right? Let's just say how old I am. I'm 42. I've seen a lot of things in my life. So I have that experience where there's situations that I can just link together to other stuff that has happened to be like, oh yeah, I've seen some stuff like that. So yeah, that's how those things happen. I think this stream really, maybe it shouldn't be Dungeon Hunter Champions. Maybe I should just change it to IRL with Val and Dungeon Hunter Champions in the background, right? Maybe that should be my new stream name. Because how much of this stream was actually Dungeon Hunter Champions Shop, and how much of it was me telling you about my life and different weird experiences that I have. And if you think about it, aren't all my streams like that? Sassy actually made me feel really good one day, and she's like, you know what, Val, you just keep doing you. And she said that's why she's here, right? Maybe that's why I'm so partial to Sassy and to Bubba and to Smitty, because they like my, is idiosyncrasies the right word I'm looking for? They like those little idiosyncrasies about me. So does Mint. Mint says he gets a kick out of it too. I guess that's what the difference between a older streamer and maybe a younger one like Jubagel or Claytano, or they're talking about hip, cool things. I'm talking about what it was like in the 60s when I had to walk I had to walk 20 miles to school uphill in the snow, right? Which is the equivalent, honestly, of what I'm doing. That's literally what I'm doing. It's just, it's more relatable because it's MMOs, right? I haven't gone into the EverQuest thing and talked about how everyone has it easy, because you want to talk about a grindy MMO, man. Like, people, like, it was funny. When I started WoW, I came from EverQuest, and I spent many years in EverQuest. Like, I mean, I played that game, I would say 20 to 23 hours a day sometimes. That's a true story. Because there was a camp. So let me tell you how EverQuest worked, right? Early EverQuest, there was no such thing as instances, right? There's no, if a boss was killed, it was killed for everyone on the server, right? So if your guild didn't get there and they weren't able to kill it, or they weren't able to clear a zone, and another guild was, then your guild was just up short. I mean, there was no instances. No such thing as instances back then. So, what happened was, things were on ridiculously long spawn timers. And when I say ridiculously long, I mean, you could see something, kill it, and it wouldn't respawn again for a range of like 12 to 48 hours. That's not a joke. That's how EverQuest worked. Like, so if you needed a rare spawn, you actually had sites dedicated to tracking when a spawn was killed on different servers. And what people would do is they would have a FD monk. So an FD monk was someone who could pretend they were dead and mobs would ignore them. So they would FD at the spawn point and then periodically check back to see if it had spawned, right? And if it had, then he'd let his guild know, hey, it spawned, we need to kill it. Now, that's just how the game works. It is, I mean, for good or bad, that's how it works, right? You would need a rare spawn, and you would have to kill it before someone else, or you'd have to wait. That's how it went. No instances. So what happened was they introduced this quest line for your epic quest. Basically, it's a super long quest where you got your super awesome, oh my god, item or offhand, depending on what your class was. So the cleric one, right, which was what we call the red stick, because you could click it and it gave you a free res. That one involved handing an item in to a dragon merchant in his human form. So you handed it into him, right? And then you waited, no joke, 6 to 48 hours for it to spawn. Once you hand it in. That's not a joke. You had to wait. And to get to that point, what you guys don't understand, took months of the exact same thing. Meaning you are waiting for a rare spawn, it's up, and it comes. How EverQuest works is when you're in a guild, you're in a serious guild, you actually got put, you were like, hey, are you cool if we call you if something spawns late at night? Because you don't know when it's going to spawn. It could be 3 a.m., right? And if you're a healer or you're a tank, they're going to need you to come out. And so I play a healer in everything I've done. And so I was on the call list. Like, I would get calls, like at 1 a.m., 3 a.m., hey, it's spawned, we need you to log on so we can kill it for the boss. And then I kill it and I go back to sleep. But for the cleric one, it was so highly contested. And remember, it's not It is not instance, and anyone can kill it. So if you handed in your orb to the Dragon Merchant, right, and then another guild came along and killed it, bad times. Bad times. So what you did was you handed it in, and you actually camped there. As soon as that 6 hour rolled around, the whole 6 to 48 hours. My record for being in front of a computer is because of that. Because I helped 3 friends do it. I did it myself. Well, that's not right. I did it 3 times. 2 times I helped friend. Once I did it on my own, where I actually camped. So once it spawned, I always was there, right? I always went there. But you usually needed 2 people, and the reason why, because in the room that you waited, 2 giants spawned. And while you could duo the 2 giants, you couldn't, back then, you couldn't solo it, right? Unless you were an FD Monk. FD Monk could have just stayed dead and just stayed there and, you know, been bored to tears. But not all of us made FD Monks. So, my record for that camp, no joke, straight, sitting in front of my computer, literally just doing this with another person through, it wasn't Ventrilo. What I want to say it was Roger Wilco is what we used back then. So that was the voice tool we would use over there, and it was terrible. Quality was terrible. So we would just sit there talking. Every now the giants would spawn, we kill the giants, then we'd go back and sit and just wait. But my record for that, 26 hours. Because remember, it's 6 to 48 hours spawn time. 26 hours just sitting in front of my computer doing nothing. But maybe I think the giant spawned every hour, if I remember right. Once an hour getting up and killing something, and then just sitting there and talking to whoever the other person was with me. I did that 3 times. One time, this was super lucky to us. It only took 15 hours for it to spawn. We're like, oh, awesome, great, it spawned, you know? For my personal attempt, it took 19 hours for it to spawn. And it was just like, I mean, you think about that. Not only was EverQuest vicious as far as spawns go, check this out. When you raided, so for those who play WoW, you're familiar with raiding. You wipe, you die a lot, you get res, you do it all over. Child's play. In EverQuest, when you leveled up, so it wasn't like WoW. You leveled up, you were that level for forever. In EQ, you were that level until you die. If you died, you lost experience. If you lost enough experience, you de-leveled. That's why the cleric res was worth, the high-end cleric res was worth 90%. So you get res and you get 90% of your EXP back. So what you had to do, if you were going to raid that night, and this is even at max level, you had, like, and 50 was the max back then, and it went up. But you had to go and farm AXP just to fill up your bar in 50, so that way, if you're doing progression rating, you wouldn't de-level. No joke. And, so, there was this thing that went around in EQ, where, so a lot of people shared accounts, right? So, because of the crazy spawn timers, and people didn't want to be dumb like me, or crazy like me, however you choose to refer to it, I'm okay with either. They didn't want to be crazy and be on a call list and get a call at 3 a.m. So what they do is they give you their accounts. Like, hey, man, something spawns. I know this guy knows how to play it. Go ahead and have him play. Here's my account details, right? I didn't want to do that because I had trust issues. I still have trust issues sometimes. But I was like, no, just call me. I'll get up and I'll do it. Anyway, what would happen, though, is as things would happen, boys and girls would meet in this game. Boys and girls would meet in real life and do boys and girls things. And then, inevitably, something would happen, and they would separate. And it would be so nasty in guild, because I saw a lot of times where the chick would separate and then go to another dude in the same guild. Very rarely was it the guy going to another chick, just because back then, girl gamers were a lot harder to come by in EQ. So it was usually the girl that would get passed around in guild. No, I saw that, no joke, I saw that happen so much and destroy a lot of guilds. Well, anyway, what they would do is the guy, to get even, before she would change her details, and this happened a lot, believe it or not. You think people, as soon as it was over, would change their account details. What they would do is there's this thing called bind. So if you're a mage or a druid or a shaman, they could bind almost anywhere, right? So they could also bind in dumb places. So what my buddy did was he put levitate on this chick who had like, I mean, she honestly, she did him wrong. She did him so wrong. I think the punishment didn't fit the crime. But he went to this one place I'm talking about, was in a called Soul A, right? I think, or was it Soul B? It was one of the two. I always got them confused. Well, this was a volcano, and the volcano was lava. Lava would kill you, but wizards had this spell called Levitate. They'd cast it, and they would just float. My buddy did. He cast Levitate on her, took her right over the volcano, bound her over the volcano. Now, what binding means is wherever you bind, when you die, that's where you're going to res, right? Bound her over the volcano, clicked off the res, clicked off Levitate, and logged out. So what happened to her was, so she logs on and she's dead. She's like, oh, man. So she goes and she falls to her death again because he bound her there. So when when you died in EQ, you dropped all your. Oh, I forgot about this. This is how hardcore EQ was. When you died in EQ, everything you were wearing was on your body. Everything was on your body. So you had to go and get your body back. So say you were soloing something, which is very rare in EQ because you had to be in a group. You couldn't solo things. Very few classes could. Monks could, warlocks could, and wizards could. Really good druids could as well. But if you die trying to solo something, you can't kill whatever killed you by yourself. Now you may think, all right, well, you needed help. But EQ had a catch. Your body decayed, and everything on your body, like all your rare loot took you forever to get, goes away, and it was non-retrievable. You had 7 days to retrieve it. 7 days. I actually lost the body because a buddy of mine, as a joke, found one of my alts over a spike pit. And then I logged on and I died. What sucked, though, was like, I thought it was funny, right? I mean, I wasn't mad. It was my alt. I mean, he had some rare gear, but I knew I'd be able to get it back, and my buddy was going to help me. But my mom passed away. So I thought it was funny, like, I laughed. I was like, ha, 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 funny. And I didn't feel like getting my body because it was in a dungeon. I was like, I'll get it later. Well, unfortunately, the next day, my mom passed away, and I didn't feel like logging on. And so I logged back on, like, after maybe a month or two, and remembered my body, and it was gone. And I had, like, and what sucked is I remember I had an item I needed for the epic quest on my bard on him that I never got a chance to transfer. And it was a rare spawn, too. It was a dragon bladder. But anyway, wow. I just really spent an obscene amount of time reminiscing about EQ. Wow. That was an interesting game. I had fun. I had a lot of fun in EQ. This stream definitely was IRL with Val's life, for sure. His DAC happened to be in the background. Oh, snap! No way. King B, were you an EQ player? Oh, I'm curious, where did you die? I'm very curious, where did you die? That you had a hard time. Like, you couldn't pay a monk to do a body pool? Oh, snap. If you don't mind me asking, I'll tell you. I played on Povar, and then I moved to Vashon, and that's where I... Blackburrow. Dude, I started on Blackburrow, but I had a really bad experience with this, like, jerk in general chat. And instead of just, like, argue, I just went to Povar. I was only there a week. And I went to Povar, and then I went from Povar to Vashon, where I retired. Because I wanted to... yeah, it was a pretty busy server.
How did you know?
Dude, you want to know what I did? This is a true story. I felt so bad about this. I'll be honest. I don't know. So when I moved to Povar, on Povar I was a warrior. And but when I was on Vashon, I really wanted to get in the Fires of Heaven. FOH was the number, I don't know if you remember, but FOH was, of course, the #1 guild in EQ, and they were on Vashon, and I wanted to hardcore raid. So my buddy was in this one guild called Circle of Friends, who was right under Fires of Heaven for progression. So I joined their guild, hoping to get geared and move into FOH, right? So when I did that, I rolled a mage. Like, I wanted a magician. Like, I liked the pet. Back then, I had this thing about classes with pets. Don't ask me why. Well, if you remember, magicians got OP because remember mod rods? You remember what mod rods did? You right click it for like, what was it, like 1,000 health and you got like 300 mana? What I did one day, and this was such a D move on my part, but it was the funniest thing. It was so funny. What I did was I summoned mod rods, like a bunch of them, and I went to like Kinos and to Freeport, and I'd be like to noobs, I'd be like, hey man, you want unlimited mana? Like, I'd find all the casting classes that were there. You know, killing the rats. You remember killing the rats back in the killing rats? So they're like working their butts off leveling. And I'm like, hey, take a mod rod. This will help you. Just click it when you need a heal or something.
So you want to get kicked from the party?
So these noobs were like, oh, this magician's awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks. This is so cool. They'd click it. And they don't have close to 1,000 health, right? No. They got maybe, what, 200? They die, lose their levels. And I would just be rolling. I felt so bad. Like, years later, I felt bad for that. But at the time, it was the funniest thing that I could possibly do. Like, I remember just passing out mod rods for days, just summoning them up. Because, you know, they'd see you, and you'd have all your cool-looking high-level gear. You have your little mage pet with you. And you'd be like, hey, yeah, man, I'm going to help you out. Like, I'm just such a good guy. I mean, that's what I do. I love helping noobs. Oh, good times. I remember, like, making, like, when you couldn't find a shaman or a druid or a wizard to give you a teleport from Kinos to Freeport. And you're like, oh, I got to do the run. You go up, you buy a sal potion from your local neighborhood shaman and be like, well, here goes an hour and a half of my life running from Kinos to Freeport. I so hated that. And then one time I made the run and I was like, all right, I'm here. I did what I had to do. It was someone who couldn't find most of the time when I made that run, it was because I wanted to, that's when, dude, I 100% agree, King. 100% agree. EQ was some of the funnest, most challenging times I've ever had. And you know what? It made me realize, too, because the game was so hard and so difficult, and what you had to earn took so much, there was very rarely a fail group. Like, I can barely remember. Dude, it was. The Kinos to Freeport run was hella epic, dude. And you hated doing it. But if you couldn't get a wizard or druid to TP you, there's nothing you could do. Yeah, like, there really, you needed to get there. Either you're going to buy something or it was for your epic quest. It's like I remember once I was desperate, not offered 50 plat. Back when 50 plat was a lot for a port and I couldn't find one. And I had to make the run. I just found a shaman, bought a bunch of sal potions, and made the stupid run. Oh yeah, because one of the Karanas was high level. Because you had to go through both North and South Karana, if I remember correctly. And one of them was a high level area. I remember that. Dude, do you remember, I think it was for Kinos. Do you remember the second Kinos zone? Where you would get killed by the dark elf that would roam, Kizzy and Gix? Do you remember that? Like, dude, I hated that zone so much. You'd be there trying to level. All of a sudden, Kizzy and Gix roll up. You see it. Kizzy and Gix has slain you. And you see that. I love the message. You have ruined your lands. You will not ruin mine. I remember when I got the 50. I took such joy in going there and just killing Kizzy and Gix over and over and over again. Oh, that was good times. Frickin' Kizzy and Gix. Yeah, the Karanas was definitely the worst part. Because the Karanas was the ones that had the Griffins, if I remember correctly. And those things were fast. And remember, back then, it's not like WoW where stuff just gives up and run away. Stuff chased you to zone. Remember shouting, train to zone, train to zone. If you're there, get the hell out of the way. I remember that, dude. I created many a mighty train in the Karanas doing that run with those freaking Griffins chasing me. That's why you needed the Sal Potion, because the Griffins were fast. You couldn't outrun them without it. But then when I switched to Bard, it wasn't so bad, because what was the name of the Bard travel spell? Because you got the bar travel spell gave you invis, levitate, and a little bit faster Sal. So the run became nothing to me, and actually I even stopped looking for ports. I was just like, I'll run it. No, dude, people do not still play EQ. You're full of crap.
Stop stealing my
No, are you serious? People, no, they don't. Are you messing with me, King? EverQuest. Like, EverQuest 1. People still, no, they don't. Holy crap. Holy, people still play EQ1? What? Wait, EQ1 is still, I mean this 100% seriously. EQ1 is still around? I thought what? What? No way. I honestly thought the game went under. Because I never hear about it anymore. They do not release, no, they EverQuest expansions. I'll tell you how long it's been since I played, because I pulled it up, the wiki for the expansions.
Oh, no.
The expansion I quit on, and I remember it perfectly, is the Legacy of Yakisha. Because the Legacy of the Yakisha is the one where they introduced Froglocks as a playable race. And I remember I logged on, I made a Froglock mage, and he casted and did the backflip that I've been waiting for years to do, and I logged off. I felt like at that point I had beaten EQ, and I never went back. I wasn't mad or anything. Oh, you quit? Oh, so you quit in Plains of Power. That was the one before. I liked Plains of Power. I had a good time in Plains of Power. The Shadows of Luckland is when I switched to my Bard, because that's when they introduced the Vashir. I remember that. But yeah, Legacy of Yakisha. And my guild tried to get me to come back for Lost Dungeons in Norath, but I wouldn't do it. Holy crap. Ring of Scale is the most recent one. And it was released last year. What? Dude, you missed being a Froglock? How could you have missed being a... Did you at least log back in to create a Froglock? Man, and it looks like, just from the preview image here, I'm going to pull it up actually. Oh, I got it muted so it won't interfere with the stream. It looks like from the preview image, they didn't even update the graphics though. It looks the same.
I've been wanting to do Close Encounters. You're just dumb and switched it.
Wow, look, it is the same exact graphics. Oh, dude, just looking at this, is it still as hard as it was? Do you still have like EXP loss on death and body decay and all that? Is that stuff still in? Do you know? I'm sorry, guys, we totally... No one... Dude! Okay, true story. I was hardcore Ultima Online for a while, right? But PK started to get out of hand, right? I mean, just out of hand. You could ask my wife. I was getting so furious. Hey, what's up, Smitty? I used to get so furious at the PK. So it started getting crazy. Like, I was a farmer, right? So I had my farmer thing. I'd strip naked so I could carry more ore. I'd go out. I'd get my different color ore. I'd make some cool colors. And then I'd head to town. Well, PK started to get so crazy where I couldn't do that. I was like paying players to be bodyguards for me, like, and I was having to raise the cost of my armor. The day I quit, I was out farming. No joke. A mage comes, and you remember those little pets they have that look like floating balls? I got killed by 2 dudes, and one of the dudes' pet was named Left Nut, and the other was named Right Nut. They killed me. I didn't even. I turned off Ultima. Never went back. I was done. Left and Right Nut killing me was the end of it for me. LOT, that I played for a month, like, because some guildies of mine went over and played it and really wanted me to play the one that starts the heroic combination, or how to, was like the Hobbit one. I forgot what they were called. The burglar, because the burglar could like change the will and everything. So they wanted me to play that. They felt that that would fit pretty good for the group the guild was putting together. And I played it for a month with them. And then I stopped. And then I came back like 6 months later. And I rolled. What was the one where you got the little squire dude? Like he would carry your banner around and he had his own horse. Whatever the one that was. I played that then for like another month, maybe 3 months. And then I realized, the next big MMO for me was Star Wars Galaxies.
No.
And I'm not a PvP person, as you guys all know from watching me play, attempting to play PvP in DHC. But the PvP in that was fun. I played a commando. And, oh man, I remember one of the greatest adventures I ever had in Star Wars Galaxies, where me and my buddies were coming back to... I can't remember the name of the planet. It was the swamp planet. I want to say Dagobah, but I don't think it was Dagobah. It was like one of the starting planets. And me and my buddies were chilling. So there's 3 of us that played together. And we were all on Roger Wilco. Having a good time. Dude, we would all just... Oh, so fun. But anyway, I remember we had just wrecked these Imperials. Like, just the 3 of us. Because we're organized, right? Like, we literally went to the Imperial City and we're just clearing them. And so we took the shuttle back and we're like chilling in the Alliance area, just like having fun. And we all decided like, hey, let's do some quests, you know. The night's kind of winding down. I'll never forget this. We look on our radar, you see like this wave of red Imperial troopers coming from us. And it was funny because you see my buddy, he was the TK, he was our tank. You see him like run, you see him like haul it back. And we look at our radar and we're like, oh. He's like, dudes, they're coming for us. Like, they literally got... It felt like every player that was playing Imperial on that server to come wipe us out. And what preceded was the greatest Star Wars battle in history that wasn't in the movies. Let me tell you, they had it was so off the hook crazy. They had Imperial walkers that were coming in. Like, my one buddy was in a guild, and he's like, oh, dude, I'm getting my guild. Then that caused a chain reaction to other guilds, and there was literally this huge Star Wars battle that was just, I mean, it was so epic, man. It was the best time I have ever had in a game that I only liked PvP in was Star Wars Galaxies. And I remember my buddies would get so frustrated with me because they'd log on. They'd be like, yo, Val. So my name's Val in every game I play. Like, yo, Val, we're gonna go do some PvP. I'm like, nah, man. My ore harvesters are up. I gotta harvest my ore. So I was a weaponsmith. So, like, my ore harvesters were everything. Like, when they were up, I had to go harvest them and start making my gear. Because I actually ran a business in there making weapons. I had, like, a bunch of shops set up for, like, rare... Because I only mined the rarest ores. As a matter of fact, I even had an ore miner that I had hired. He didn't like the weapon crafting, but he loved the scavenging, and he would go to different planets, and you had this little meter that would tell you like the quality of the ore, and so he would like drop them and get great ore, and so I was paying him. That was frustrating my buddies so much. They'd be making fun of me so hard because I'm in my little hut like, and I'm on Roger Rilco complaining about the stupid low quality ore. I can't really forget night, and they would just make I mean, you can imagine, right? If you got a buddy. You guys play games together for forever. You all work together at the same place for a decade or more. And one buddy saying they can't go out in PvP and have fun because they're in a virtual game keeping their business going. You would make fun. And it was the lighthearted fun that only buddies can do. But Star Wars Galaxies. And after Galaxies, then there was a point in Galaxies where they changed it and it was stupid. And I quit. And then WoW was the next MMO. That was my crack. And then I'm done. I've been WoW clean now for like a year. I don't miss it. I don't. It's nice having free time. Wow, anyway, this went way over. with me really not talking about THC that much, but more my life. So I'm gonna call it here. King B, I'm so glad. If you don't mind me asking, King B, I've said my age. Are you around my age by any chance, or no? I'm just curious. You don't have to give your exact age. I'm just curious because it seems we have the same experiences at MMO. So I just want to know if we're around the same age. That's all. Alright, maybe King B wants to keep it a secret. That's alright, King B. No offense, some people are, you know, they don't want that information out. Because you say you're around my age to roughly know how old you are, since I've said how exactly old I am. But anyway, thank you all for watching the IRL with Val and DHC in the background. I really, really appreciate you coming out. We're back to streaming, as you can see. Please come out for this Saturday stream. It's going to be, I'm going to try to have 100 summons. We're really close. We might be at about 90 now. I just got to find a way to come up with 10 more. Hopefully I can do it. And do it a free-to-play way. So I could save my money for a chair. Because my back, honestly, is starting to bother me. It really is. So that's part of the reason why I want to stop. But anyway, thanks for coming out. I appreciate all your help, support. X-Men, thank you for the dono. You're a scholar and a prince among men. As always, all you dudes and dudettes out there, stay frosty.